himself, John Harden.
When you hear the sound coming, hear the drums drumming, I want you to join together with the band. We don't move in any particular directions, and we don't make no collections. I want you to join together with the band.
Yo. Welcome into a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio, hanging out with Brian Dacus all day long, all day strong. We got wall-to-wall sports. I mean, wall-to-wall sports. You know, the battle for Atlantis, it gets going tonight. We're going right now, actually, because North Carolina's playing Northern Iowa. That bad boy just tipped. Just the tip. Both teams right now have only got 2 points in the first 2.5 minutes, so if you got the under, you're feeling good right now. But we're going to talk.
Great for our under, John.
It is great for our under. We're going to talk about a lot of bets today. We got Kentucky and Kansas playing today at 1:30 on ESPN. You know the Memphis Tigers are at 4 o'clock playing Michigan.
Tennessee and Kansas.
What did I say?
You said Kentucky and Kansas. That was last week's game.
Oh, man, I think it's the dead gum hippie lettuce before
It happens.
Turkey Days.
It happens.
But Tennessee and Kansas, by the way, man, Purdue found its range late, and they took care of Tennessee yesterday. Marquette clamped down and dropped Kansas.
Marquette's good. Holy cow.
Yeah, they're very, very, very good defensively. Did you think they were going to run Kansas? Like, did you know that when Kansas
We had
was
them plus
still
4.5.
losing? I was going to say, when Kansas was still losing in the first half, they were down by like 7. They were at minus 110 to win the damn game. Scared me off of Marquette, even though Marquette looks so good. But we got tons of college
Defenses
hoops.
that they threw at Hunter Dickinson last night was incredible. I mean, they are so active. They are so fast. They have so many athletes. Cam Jones, who's one of their better players, is from Memphis. I mean, a team you can definitely root for.
That is Marquette. It's been a long time since people have rooted for Marquette. Feels like it's just something, I don't know. You haven't really rooted for them, but they're really damn good. That is a fact. They play Purdue in the winner's bracket at 4 o'clock today on ESPN. They're out in Hawaii. Purdue, by the way. What do you think about Zach Edey, man? Tennessee was throwing everything in the kitchen sink at him.
I can't stand Zach Edey.
And is that because of he's like Richard Sherman? Did you hear what he said about Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce?
No, I didn't.
He said that they were like the worst human beings ever. That he says he knows they were great on the court when it came to like athletic ability. They were good at their sport, not denying that. He just said they were horrible human beings. I'm trying to figure out why you have such a
I don't know
disdain
anything
for
about
Zach.
the big Canadian and how he is as a person. I don't know. I just think his style of game is just that he's bigger than everybody and he just gets rebounds and gets putbacks. I mean, it's about it.
Well, you won't believe this because, I'm keeping an eye on the under for Northern Iowa Panthers
It's
and the North
8-2.
Carolina Tar Heels.
And Northern Iowa's giving them everything.
That's what I was getting ready to say. If we're 4 minutes and 20 seconds into this basketball game,
It's not great for the under.
Panthers 10, North Carolina only 2.
Yeah, it's not great for the under.
Didn't think that was going to happen. Well, hell, if North Carolina keeps bricking,
Well, I don't think that's going to continue.
well,
Harrison
you're
Ingram
real positive. Thanks for the positivity.
is the North Carolina Tar Heel now. How about that?
I mean, we're under 150 and a half.
The former Stanford Cardinal. He'll get to see his former teammates in the hallway today. I wonder if they'll give a little shoulder to each other. Hey man, how's it going? You switch sides on us.
Oh man, as much as they moved today.
Harrison Ingram was projected to be a lottery pick when he was before his freshman season at Stanford, and now he's in his third year playing college basketball.
It happens, man.
Mm-hmm. Something about Stanford. I mean, if you're like a high-profile prospect, don't go to Stanford. I mean, we saw with Zaire, obviously came to the Grizzlies, but maybe could have used a couple more years in college. Now Harrison Ingram.
Well, he was good his rookie year.
Yeah.
What happened to this guy? He just
Yeah,
lost
but
all his confidence in the world.
He went great his freshman year in college. A lot of injuries. He had COVID a couple times. It was rough.
It sounds like it was a little bit rough. I'm sorry it's tough for you, but to get back to a little bit of the basketball, again, we're going to break down a lot of games because I like to bet when the holidays are here. You just have to rock and fire.
And we have
college
no,
basketball all day.
We have no Maction tonight. We have no football day. John, this is the first day we haven't had a football game, whether it be college or professional, since October 3rd.
Remember how I told you Buffalo
November
is
22nd.
terrible? Do you remember I was going, how terrible? I can't believe they're a 5-point favorite. But I couldn't pull the trigger because I couldn't understand why they were a 5-point favorite. They got beat.
Yeah, they did.
Should have been easy. Should have been easy. Didn't take it, though. But we got tons of sports to talk about because we got wall-to-wall hoops. We got Tiger basketball. We'll also talk a little NBA action. You got Memphis and Houston. Speaking speaking of seeing your former team,
Oh, that'll be fun.
Dylan Brooks going to lock them up.
We had the Michael Cole on in the afternoon on Monday, and I asked him if he thought we would see like the Dylan Brooks that we've seen a couple times this year, where he's like staring, he's like out
like
there
when he's playing
face
LeBron.
to face with LeBron, or like he's playing the Clippers, and like the team, you can see like all of his teammates are like over like in a circle getting hype, and he's like on his like mark for the national anthem, just staring down the Clippers. And I was like, do you think we'll see that tonight against the Grizzlies? And he said that not only does he think we see it, he says that the Grizzlies have been talking about it in the locker room, that like post game when they're like in there doing interviews, like he's heard like Desmond Bain and Jaren are like, man, do you think Dylan's gonna like stare us down Wednesday night? So I'm excited.
Damn. I wish this was in the house down at FedEx
Yeah, me
Forum.
too.
I'd like to check this one out, but it is in Houston. Houston's a 4.5-point favorite. Right now, though, a lot of people aren't really happy with the whole, Marcus Smart's taking a little bit of a beating lately. Have you noticed that?
No, I haven't. Why are people hating on Smart?
What has Marcus done?
Oh, he's injured right now.
Oh, I know. Well, duh. But what I'm saying is he also played some this year, and what has he done?
Oh, I thought you meant like just like in the last couple of days he was taking
No, I'm
beating.
talking
I was like,
about
what are people
the
mad at him
trade. I'm
for?
talking about the fact that you released Dylan.
see.
You didn't want to pay him. You bring in Marcus Smart. You wanted to get more mature. You wanted somebody with a winning pedigree. Dylan shot you out of games. It's just I've heard a lot of buyer's remorse.
I see.
That's all. And I know it's
Interesting.
13 games in, and everybody and their grandmother's injured. Derrick Rose, Marcus Smart, Brandon Clark, Steven Adams, Josh suspended, playing a little gun action. Yeah, it's a whole messed up thing. But damn, like I said, remember because I was at the Celtics game.
You were.
And during halftime, just listening to some of I guess the hoity-toity fans with a little Sissy's Log Cabin free alcohol in them.
Yeah, those courtside sitters.
Yeah, those wonderful people. That by the way, thank you for the tickets. I love y'all.
Heck yeah.
They were just saying, man, I can't believe how this is just not. This whole year just hadn't worked out. Nothing's working, and a lot of it was kept bringing up Marcus Smart.
Interesting.
It was also probably because they were playing the Celtics.
Sure.
Like a couple of the fans said to me, take him back to Boston.
Yikes. Put him on. He gets on the wrong bus after the game.
I was
and
like,
goes back up to Boston.
damn. But again, a little bit of alcohol, you get a little bit of over-exaggerated. I think everything's going to be fine.
Yeah,
but we'll see.
a little bit of alcohol and a team that's been losing is not a good combination.
No, it's not. But we got a million things to get into today. Got to remind everybody, we are going to talk a little bit of college football in 2 seconds because I got to talk about the college football playoff committee, the Final Four, all the excitement that's going on, and a few scenarios that I can see playing out. And I got a strong opinion.
Ooh, John's got a strong opinion.
I just have to say, man, Florida State, you play in the weakest of the Power Five this year, the ACC. It ain't the Pac-12 this year. I have a scenario and a bunch of scenarios where I just don't think they get in.
So you were fine with them having Washington jump them last night?
Absolutely.
Okay,
if you look
good.
at Washington's resume compared.
No, I love Washington. I'm all for it too. I also love Florida State, but no, I'm with you.
Shoot, I think they better be lucky that Florida State that they're in front of Oregon right now, and Texas and Alabama. But we're gonna get in that in 2 seconds. I just got to remind you, y'all know about Scooters Plus, right? That's right, 3425 Summer Avenue, largest showroom on planet Earth. ATVs, UTVs, dirt bikes, motorcycles, scooters, golf carts. If it goes, it's at Scooters Plus. Go to scootersplus.us, check out their inventory. They also offer there's financing options available. It's very simple. You can fill it out, take you 5 minutes, bing, bang, boom. You'll know exactly what you get, what your rate, everything. You can know how much money you have before you even walk in the door by going to scootersplus.us. Don't forget the price is always right. Parts, repairs, sales, and service. Scooters Plus. Talk about a good like Christmas gift for your kid. Get them a go-kart, maybe a little four-wheeler. What if you got like your dad, you're trying to figure out what to buy dear old dad. He's getting a little older. He's got a place. Get him a golf cart. You can drive around the neighborhood, go see your friends. You don't get DUIs in golf carts because if you ever go to a golf course, they're always drinking and playing golf. That'll also help. Speaking of DUIs, did you see what Jim Irsay said?
No, I didn't.
Well, we'll talk about that during Hardwood.
Oh, joy. A little tease there, John.
He said he got arrested because, what was his exact words? Because I'm a white billionaire. A rich white billionaire, I think is what he said. But I'll talk about that in a little bit and so much more. But we got to get into this college football playoff committee. And I was listening to a couple people talk about how, Florida State wins out, they control their own destiny. And I'm like, well, not so fast, my friends. Florida State plays in a very weak conference. Like, it's soft as baby poo. You know what I'm saying? ACC is weak sauce. Did they beat LSU at the very beginning of the year? Absolutely. They destroyed them 45-24. We also found out that LSU's defense is terrible. They barely survived Boston College. Yeah, they got a win over Clemson, but how great of a win is that? Their ranked win this year was against a Duke team, and that Duke team ain't ranked no more. Where's their good victory? Like, if they beat Louisville, do you really think Louisville's all that? This ACC is extremely weak. Does Coleman, Johnny, and Bell, those wide receivers, are they bad to the bone? Absolutely. But Lil Man Tate is not Jordan Travis. Take away their superstar, does everything quarterback. This is this is not one of the top 4 teams in the country. If we go by just the top 4 teams in the country right now, you'd probably have to say Ohio State, Michigan, Georgia, and I just went brain dead.
Washington.
Was it? Yeah. Washington. Well, Washington or Oregon. That's why I can't pick.
Washington.
Well,
They beat them on the field. I mean,
yeah, but they're going to play each other again.
and they're going to beat them again. How about that? Michael Penix for Heisman.
I think there's a lot more. Okay, here's the thing about the Florida State situation. Like, if Alabama beats Georgia, right now Georgia's the number 1 team in the country. I still can't push Georgia out. Alabama's playing great football. Tommy Rees finally figured out how to use Jalen Milroe. The defense is devastating. They got it going on late in the season. They look like one of the top 4. If they beat Georgia, Alabama's in. And if Georgia loses a close one to Alabama in the SEC championship game, Georgia should be in. If Ohio State or Michigan don't boat race each other, like if this game is a field goal to a touchdown and it's close throughout, Florida State's not better than either one of them. And then Oregon and Washington play each other. Washington wins, they're 100% in. If Oregon wins, they got a better case than what Florida State has.
Oh,
and
yeah.
let's not forget, if Texas wins the Big 12 and beat Alabama in Tuscaloosa and Alabama's getting in, what do you do about Texas? I still can't believe they lost to Oklahoma this year, but hey, it happens. It's a rivalry game, 34-30. That's their only blemish. Big 12 champion. Big 12 champion is with 1 loss and a win in Alabama is a more impressive resume than Florida State, especially without their quarterback. And it's not who's the most deserving. You're an undefeated Power 5 champ. You deserve to get in. This isn't Little League. Not everybody's going to get a trophy. Deserve? College Football Playoff Committee says that they're there to pick the 4 best teams. And again, you can make an argument that right now the 4 best teams, Hell, we're going to already see, Ohio State and Michigan, they're going to play each other. One of those teams is probably not going to be in. It's not going to happen. Whoever wins is going to move on, beat Iowa, Big Ten champ, undefeated. They'll be the number 1 overall seed if Georgia does somehow lose to Alabama. But damn, there's just no way that I can think of Florida State. I think there are 7 teams in the country right now that are better than Florida State.
Wow.
And it's easy. It's Georgia, it's Michigan, it's Ohio State, it's Washington, it's Oregon, it's Texas, it's Alabama. And remember what the boys in Vegas, remember that little stat I gave you yesterday?
Remind me of it. I
If
definitely
Oregon
remember it, though.
or Alabama were to play Florida State, remember what the line, without Jordan Travis.
Oh, yeah, it'd be like 14.
Currently, it would be a 14-point game. And do you want to watch a Florida State team play one of the best teams in the country and go TCU like we saw last year? I don't.
Yeah.
The college football playoff, committee right now moving Florida State down 1. They've set themselves up to where they can keep Florida State out. And they can also very easily say, well, guess what? We're not being biased. Just look at the resume. They don't have to sit there and say it's because of Jordan Travis. They can say, where's your marquee win?
Yep.
And if your marquee win is the first game of the year against LSU, well, man, it just doesn't hold up. They're going to play Florida this week without Graham Mertz. I mean, how lucky is Florida State, and how in the hell does that happen?
Very good point, John.
I mean, Graham Mertz gets injured playing Missouri, which was one of the better football games past weekend. And it's like, holy cow, that's crazy. And then everybody knows what happened to Jordan Travis with his leg break, and that was just disgusting and terrible, and you feel for the kid. But both quarterbacks down. I have no idea what to expect between the Florida State-Florida game. Florida is at home. The odds makers have made Florida State a 6.5-point favorite. I hope they do. I hope the Gators do everybody a favor. Get bowl eligible because they're 5-6. They need this one. And just get Florida State out of the discussion. I think that it would help everybody. The problem is, without Graham Mertz, I have no idea how they're going to play. And I can't even believe this, but Graham Mertz has been one of the best quarterbacks in the SEC this year.
He really has. You're 100% right about that.
Completing almost 73% of his passes this year, 20 touchdowns, only 3 picks. And I was making fun of, Billy Napier got this out of Graham Mertz. That's impressive.
Very.
That's impressive. But, man, Florida State, I'm sorry, I don't believe in you. Now, we're going to take a quick time out because we got to talk with Dustin Starr. Don't forget, Egg Bowl is on Thanksgiving Day. So we're talking with Evie Van Pelt today at noon. We're going to break down the Egg Bowl. Ole Miss is a very big favorite right now. What are they, 10 points?
Yeah, 10.5 I've seen. Yeah,
Ooh,
big favorite.
Man, rivalry week. By the way, which Auburn team is going to show up in the Iron Bowl?
That's a good question.
The team that was, within a touchdown of the number 1 team in the country, Georgia, or the team that just got boat raced by New Mexico State? That's just crazy. Auburn is just that's a weird team.
They should be prepared enough. You can quite clearly see they didn't prepare any for New Mexico State, so hopefully they were spending all that time preparing for Alabama.
Hopefully they were. But we got to talk with little Dustin Starr on the other side. Evie Van Pelt at noon. I got Hardwood because it feels so good. Jim Irsay said the only reason he got arrested in 2014 is because he's a rich white billionaire. Oh, we're going to talk about it all. Oh, and everybody, I hope you're getting ready for a big turkey day. Everybody, hope you have a very happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your family, your food, all your friends. We're going to take a quick time out back into Shake Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
We are real sports talk. Sports 56 WHBQ. Available on your radio dial at 560 AM and 98.5 FM, as well as around the world online at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere by downloading the Sports 56 app. And at home, just say, Alexa, play Sports 56. Wherever you are, stay tuned in to Real Sports Talk. Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Here at Memphis Barbecue Supply, we have everything you need for your Thanksgiving feast. If you're smoking, deep frying, or putting that turkey in the oven, we got over 20 different turkey injections and brines to keep your meat juicy and moist, with brine bags and buckets, and 308 different rubs and sauces to choose from. If you're in need of fuel, Memphis Barbecue Supply carries 9 different types of wood chip, chunk, mini logs, and logs of wood, and over 4 tons of wood pellets in stock. And don't worry, we also carry thermometers, injectors, and all other sorts of gadgets that you might need to simplify your cook. And for any questions that you might have, our knowledgeable staff is always eager to help. Memphis Barbecue Supply is located at 7041 Stage Road in Memphis, or you can order online at mbbqsupply.com. Follow us on all the social media platforms for recipes, new products, and barbecue news.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus of Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
Jenkins Floors and More in Hernando is growing. This family business started up 5 years ago with just one pallet, and now they have hundreds. Tim, the owner, gets calls from people everywhere and can sometimes save them up to 50% on wood flooring, carpet, tile, and vinyl. Jenkins Floors and More helps with renovations, home building, and installation. Jenkins Floors and More, number 6 East Commerce Street in Hernando. Also in Little Rock and coming soon to Tennessee. Call 662-469-9350 for more information.
Bartlett Small Engine has been serving quality power equipment since 1970. They have a full line of power equipment, parts, and services for most makes and models. Bartlett Small Engines has the best brands in the power tool industry, and they're all American made. Bartlett Small Engine is your can-do store. 6780 Summer Avenue. Call 901-386-9779.
Bartlett Small Engine has free pickup and delivery both at your home and curbside for lawnmowers, blowers, edgers, and any small engine. Call 901-386-9779.
Wow, I feel good shopping at DriveMax. DriveMax, DriveMax, you get value.
Need a car that screams I feel good? DriveMax has it all. From cars to SUVs, find a tightly inspected used car that'll have you dancing all the way home. Call 901-664-2424 or visit DriveMaxApproval.com.
DriveMax, I got approved.
Memphis music legends, the Bar-Kays, will be at this year's AutoZone Liberty Bowl, and you'll want to be there too. The Bar-Kays will be performing the music that made Memphis at the President's Gala on December 28th at the Peabody, and at halftime of the 65th AutoZone Liberty Bowl game on December 29th.
Everybody say, so big up,
Get your tickets today by calling the AutoZone Liberty Bowl at 795-7700. The Tennessee Highway Safety Office reminds you that fans don't let fans drive drunk.
So you need to sell your house? I have the solution. Call 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. Any house, any area, as is. It's literally as simple as that. Just pick up your phone. Call 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. Guaranteed to close in 5 days. If you need to sell your house fast, call Bill at 901-406-1101. That's Bill at I Buy Houses.
Do you know one of the best things you can do for your employees or family's health? Provide Arctic Clear bottled water. Arctic Clear bottled water is your locally owned and operated bottled water provider. Arctic Clear is 100% natural spring water with free delivery and setup, dependable service, and no long-term contracts. What an easy choice. Call Jeff Manus today, 901-382-2363, or visit arctic-clear.com. Arctic Clear bottled water. Call now, 382-2363. That's 382-2363.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour is brought to you by Scooters Plus on Summer Avenue. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes rabbit. He choke. He's so mad, but he won't give up. Daddies, he know he won't have it. He knows his whole back to these ropes. It don't matter. He's dope. He knows that, but he's broke. He's so stagnant. He knows when he goes back to this mobile home. That's when it's back.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio, hanging out with Brian Dacus. It is a beautiful Wednesday. Thanksgiving's tomorrow. We got basketball wall to wall right now, man. Battle for Atlantis has already tipped off. You got Northern Iowa playing North Carolina. Currently, Northern Iowa up 23-19. 8 minutes to go in the first half. Not bad. I can handle this. Just need under 75, so at least I have a 50-50 split. I got the under 150.5. We're rooting for less points. Don't forget today also you got Tennessee playing Kansas on ESPN at 1:30. Another big game tonight. You got Purdue, Marquette. Of course, at 4 o'clock, the Tigers are playing the Michigan Wolverines. We got great football on. We're breaking down all of our bets later on. We're talking Ole Miss and the Egg Bowl. That's on Thanksgiving Day with Evie Van Pelt. But right now, it's time to talk a little wrestling with Dustin Starr. And today's got a little bit of a twist on basically the Big 12. Dustin, please tell me that you heard this awesome thing that the Big 12's doing, that they've now partnered up with WWE, and they're going to give out the belt, like a championship belt, to the winner of the Big 12 title game.
Very cool. I love it. I love it. Every time there's a new World Series champion or NBA Finals champion or Super Bowl champion with the NFL, WWE sends the championship belt over anyway. WWE just signed this big deal with the NFL to create championship belts, kind of like a licensing deal to make championship belts and sell those. So those are all over the place. And now it's awesome. And that helps us here on the local level of Memphis Wrestling. Cause when we do wrestling night at AutoZone Park, we have custom Memphis Redbirds and Memphis Wrestling championship belts. And then also at FedEx Forum with the Grizzlies too. So I just think it's cool. It's just a huge thing. And me and Devin on the Grind City Wrestling podcast talk about it all the time, that it seems like wrestling is cool again.
Man, I didn't know wrestling ever wasn't cool, man.
Me too.
I always thought it was cool. I do remember there was one little slice of life where I remember when people started talking about it not being, quote, real. And, that kind of came out.
No.
That was
Wait
the
a
only...
second. Hold on.
No,
Wait,
when I was a kid,
real?
man, I believed it 100%.
We get people on the internet all the time that say, hey, you guys know this is real, right? Well, tell that to my neck. It obviously It's a television show. Obviously, it's a television show. So, I don't even think that's the argument anymore. But I'm like you. I thought wrestling was always cool. It's always popular. But there are roller coasters of, popularity. When The Rock and John Cena were going at it at WrestleMania, it seemed like a big peak. It depends. Like celebrities being involved. Now the Ultimate Fighting universe is all being involved because of the TKO deal. And then with the sports teams and sports leagues being involved in some capacity, man, it's just really cool. It seems to be everywhere that we look.
Man, well, I'm telling you, everything's going well. I know I forgot. I was thinking to myself, where were you on Sunday when I was at the Celtics game? That was the one game that you had to miss this year.
Man, yes, it was. And I was apologizing to everybody, even though they already know. And the way that the schedule works is I have to submit. Like right now, I'm submitting all the dates for 2024. You have to submit them to insurance, make sure you're all good. But then the NBA season and schedule doesn't come out until November, September, right, October, November or something. So there's a little bit of a couple of months there that it's like, okay, please don't have a game because I hate missing the games. But on Sunday, we had Memphis Wrestling, Memphis Hustle Basketball, and Memphis Grizzlies Basketball all happening not only the same day, but almost the same exact time. So it's like, oh no, what do I do? This could be the busiest day ever. But the Memphis Wrestling deal, when I'm there, that's my baby. So everybody's kind of coming to me and asking me questions and stuff. So it's like an all-day thing. And then you ever just been like so overloaded with communication and interaction that you're like, man, I just got to go home and chill. So
man.
at the end of TV days, you're like, all right, let me just go chill. But there was just no way to make the Grizzlies game and the Memphis Wrestling from getting one place to the next. We also had a seminar that day that was really good with world champion Josh Alexander. We had a packed house, Johnny. I mean,
I saw the pictures, my man. It wasn't packed. It was packed.
We are so fortunate that the wrestling fans are loving what we're doing, and it's not only showing here with the audience, but it's showing the audience that's watching us all across the United States now. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah, I was watching one of your clips, actually. I forgot to turn down the volume if you could hear it, though. But, yeah, you've been just tearing it up, man. Y'all got everything going on out there. Everybody needs to check it out. It's very simple. Go to championshipwrestlingmemphis.com. You mentioned everything went off like without a hitch. What do you got coming down the pipe?
Man, we got our last TV taping of the year coming up on December the 10th. So we do have a couple of we have a fundraiser on December 1st. Last year we were in Brighton, Tennessee, benefiting the baseball team, the Brighton Cardinals. And this year we're coming back on December 1st. It's a Friday, and we'll be there on behalf of Brighton baseball and Brighton softball. So it should be even bigger. And last year we were able to, I don't want to say interrupt the school day, but it's a Friday, and we're getting really close to Christmas break. So the kids will be able to get out of school just a little bit early to come watch a preview. So you get to watch like a couple of wrestling matches during school and then come back later that night, and it all benefits. Yeah, man, it's super cool. You get out of class just so you can go watch some wrestling. And whether you're a fan of the wrestling or not, it is like a spectacle watching what these people do inside the ring. And especially if it's two matches instead of an entire event, I think all the kids are going to have a blast, and then they'll be able to come back that night. But it's a big fundraiser for Brighton baseball and Brighton softball.
Man,
so
definitely support that baseball. They need the love.
Man, it's super cool. The whole staff is awesome. The coaches and some of the teachers want to be involved. That means they want to step inside the ring, which I think is crazy, but it's going to be a lot of fun. So those tickets are available. Even if you just want to support the fundraiser itself, tickets are as low as $10. You can get them at memphiswrestling.tv. You'll see it right there, the Brighton Brawl 2. So that's on December 1st, and then December 10th is our last TV taping of the year. Now, Johnny, I know growing up, even by accident, you had to hear about the Boogie Woogie Man, Handsome Jimmy Valiant.
Yes, I did.
So Boogie Woogie Man hasn't been here in, probably 15 or 20 years. He is coming to Memphis Wrestling on December the 10th, and it is going to be awesome. So he's a classic Memphis Wrestling legend, but then also he's a WWE Hall of Famer. He's one of those guys that, he made it to the next level and made it to the peak. He's a Hall of Famer.
Okay, so what is he going to come do? I mean, he's got to be up there.
He's 80, bro.
What? I knew he was old, man, because I was like, I knew this guy when I was a kid, and I ain't a young chicken no more.
Right. I remember watching him on USWA back in the 90s when I was a kid, and he looked, and I say this with all due respect, he looked old then. You know what I mean?
With the white, blondish light hair.
And the big beard
and
stuff.
The beard, yeah.
He's so much fun. He has such great promos. He still brings the excitement. So obviously he's not going to wrestle a match, but he'll definitely be there for our television taping. But more importantly than what he'll do on television is he'll be at the VIP experience. So at 12:30, from 12:30 to 1:30, you can come meet Handsome Jimmy Valiant. And again, he's not from this area. He has not been here in probably 15 years. Actually, I think the last time he was here in Memphis Wrestling, or in Memphis, Tennessee, at the wrestling event, I think me and Maria beat him up.
How long ago was that?
Gosh, it had to be 12 years. I mean, it's 2023. It might have been 13 years ago. It was a long time ago. And
that was before marriage and babies.
I know. So I think what happened, and I'll find this on YouTube and try to upload it or something, because it was a lot of fun. Like Handsome Jimmy, we were kind of interviewing him, but weren't being so nice. We were kind of being the bad guys. And then he goes in and kisses Maria.
Oh.
You know what I did about that,
yeah,
right?
You had to drop the hammer on him, I'm sure.
So that was the last time. But Handsome Jimmy sent me a really, really nice message the other day before our television taping, just saying,
I won't be trying to kiss Maria this time.
No, he was like, love you, brother. Can't wait to see all the great wrestling fans out there in Memphis. And he said, thank you for keeping the tradition alive. with Memphis Wrestling, and he couldn't wait. And so he saw the pictures like you did of our television taping and sent the congratulations. So he's very much taking a look at what we do because he can't wait to be here. And
that's going to be on December 10th, right?
December 10th, yeah. Now, man, he went toe-to-toe with Jerry the King Lawler. Like, he beat Lawler. He was a top guy here in Memphis. Like I said, WWE Hall of Famer, been in the ring with Bill Dundee. You know, so this is a big deal for us. It's like having Dave Brown or Jerry Jarrett, you know, King Cobra. Like, Jimmy Valiant is on that level.
That's awesome. December 10th, make sure you check it out. Get your tickets at championshipwrestling@memphis.com. And don't forget, man, after you drink a lot of Tito's and eat a whole ton of turkey, hang out with your friends and your family for a wonderful Thanksgiving, you'll be probably after that, you'll be ready to kind of get away. On the 25th, you got a little something going on at Dave & Buster's, don't you?
Yeah, man. So we've got Survivor Series. WWE Survivor Series. They have War Games this year, so they've got a big cage match, 4-on-4 or 5-on-5. A lot of fun. We were there this weekend for the AEW pay-per-view. I'll give you the scene. You walk in, and there's 50 TVs and 2 ginormous ones that take up the entire wall. All that's WWE, and then also they have college football on, and if the Grizzlies happen to be playing or whatever, they have that on there as well, so you can watch a little bit of everything. And it's free. And Survivor Series, apparently Randy Orton is supposed to make his return. He hasn't wrestled since May 2022, so that's huge. And CM Punk is rumored to make some sort of appearance there.
So is this going to be his debut back?
Yeah, if he makes an appearance, that'll be unheard of. Him and WWE had so much bad blood. He left on
so that
such
would be
bad
like
terms.
Scottie Pippen to show up to Larsa Pippen and Marcus Jordan's wedding.
Yes, I mean it's like you never thought you'd ever see it, but that just goes to show you if there's money on the table, WWE is willing to do it. And with the new ownership group TKO, you know they own UFC. CM Punk has a really great relationship with UFC. He does some broadcasting in MMA, so that might have helped kind of mend that fence.
Wait a second, hold on. What did you just say? So UFC and WWE are owned by the same company?
Yes.
Wow,
How incredible.
I didn't know that.
It just happened this year. It just finalized, a couple of months ago.
Damn.
I know we've talked about it. But to be as crystal clear as you could possibly be, TKO is an ownership group that owns, and I might be using the wrong terminology, but they own UFC and WWE.
Damn.
How crazy.
That is crazy. There's a lot of, heck, you've seen the bunch of UFC guys go over to the WWE.
And you also see a lot of WWE guys, cage side,
watching
at the fights. You've seen Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker kind of have a stare down before. And this was years ago. So this is it's very crazy how Dana White and Vince McMahon were kind of enemies, like competitors, and you'll hear Dana talking about it. Like Vince is ruthless, but then he's a legendary. But he called him the Michael Jordan of the entertainment business, is what Dana White called Vince McMahon. And now they're tag teaming up. Basically, the companies are tag teaming up, and Dana White and Vince McMahon, name that tag team.
That's wild. The other thing that I saw wild about Dana White this week, he was gambling out at the F1 out there in Vegas. He was out at the races, and of course he's a degenerate gambler, big time. And Taylor Lewan, who used to play for the Titans, and some other dude he does a podcast with, went on a heater, won $500,000, and for some reason gave it to Dana White.
Wow!
Like what? The
Maybe
hell?
he owed it to him.
Man, I don't know. They just Dana White said thanks for the gift. I guess. I don't know, man.
You look Dana White up on social media and listen to some of his stuff. He's definitely has a vulgar mouth, but a lot of the stuff he says is really motivating. Taking the UFC from an early age and bringing it to the prominence that it is now. I mean, that's just an incredible story.
Yeah, here it is. Some dude named Steve Will Do It, and Taylor Lewan took $10,000, turned it to $500,000, and on Sunday gave it to Dana White in the casino. But now I do see that some reason Dana White back in the day bought Steve Will Do It a $300,000 Maybach van
on the radio.
Oh, okay, so they're just really good friends who give it lavish gifts.
Wow. I need some friends like that, brother.
Me too, man. I love you, buddy, but man, I'm sorry I won't be able to do any kind of gifts like that, my man.
Here's $500K for you. I'll hook you up with some wrestling tickets.
If
there's any left.
If there's any left, man. Everybody go get your wrestling tickets at championshipwrestlingmemphis.com. Man, Dustin, I hope you and your family have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I appreciate your time. Be blessed, and I can't believe you only got one more taping down at the Wrestle Center this year, and then, man, we're going into 2024.
I know, man. I'm so thankful that you guys have me on every week to talk about it. Speaking of thankful, before I go, Black Friday and Cyber Monday, go to our website. If you want to maybe save some money on these T-shirts and save some money on the tickets that we're talking about, that's when you need to do it. Those will be the last sales of 2023. Black Friday, Cyber Monday, MemphisWrestling.tv or ChampionshipWrestlingMemphis.com. Johnny, have a good one, brother.
Man, that is Dustin Starr. Thank you very much. I definitely will. Hope everybody out there has a wonderful one. And also want to make sure on Black Friday, head on down to Frontier Western Store. You can shop for your whole family. It's just a one-stop shop. You can dress everybody in your family from head to toe. That's right, because they got a children's department, a ladies' boutique, a men's section, and the largest boot showroom on planet Earth. If you're getting Western boots or cowboy boots or some work boots, the only place to get your boots, Frontier Western Store, or online, go to frontierwesternstore.com. Family owned and operated since 1961. We're back into shakes. We got to get to some bets. I got to update you on a little scoring action, too. We got basketball on right now. Northern Iowa, North Carolina are playing. 3 minutes left in the first half. I'll give you an update. Sports 56 98.5 FM.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
All 36-month lease, $650 acquisition fee must finance through Hyundai. Forte LXS PE 694,095, MSRP 21,610. Sportage R722, 7239, MSRP 28,715. EVP 560, 3393, MSRP 50,200. Includes all rebates and incentives. Excludes tax title and license. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 11/30/2023 with approved credit. Dealer stock only.
Got Jeff Allen here from Gossett Kia South Mount Moriah. Hey, Jeff, you ready for the holidays with the season of giving back?
I'm ready to give out some great holiday gifts and save you some big bucks. Perfect for the holiday road trips. 41 MPG Highway in a new 2023 Kia Forte LXS, $229 a month. $27.99 due at signing. Or a big family that needs more room? 2024 Kia Sportage LX with class-leading cargo room and rear seat leg room, $299 a month. $34.99 due at signing.
What about an EV?
2023 Kia EV6 Wind, 134 City, 101 Highway, MPGE, $379 a month. $49.99 due at signing. All 36-month lease.
Plus a free charger with your EV purchase and Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
So whether you live in Horn Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, you'll be happy at Gossett Kia on Mount Moriah.
How long has it been since you heard the term being overstocked? Well, it's happened at Family Leisure. Yep. That means you get the savings, like select patio sets that are up to 50% off. If you need a play gym, you're in luck because they're also overstocked and start at under $2,000. Pool tables and game room items up to $700 off of in-stock items. Saunas, massage chairs, arcades, even theater seating. Special financing is available with free delivery. Family Leisure is extending sale pricing on all in-stock hot tubs and swim spas. And if you need supplies to close up your pool for the winter, Family Leisure has them up to 30% off. It's been a while since you've heard of an overstock sale, but Family Leisure is right in the middle of one. Huge deals and a huge overstocked inventory. That means great savings for you. It's happening now at Family Leisure, Whitten Road at I-40, where family and fun come together.
Guns, guns, and more guns. Over 700 firearms in stock. Home defense guns, old guns, new guns, used guns, big guns, little guns. Every gun you can think of, Classic Arms has them. All brands like Glock, SIG, Colt, Ruger, Smith & Wesson, Browning, Beretta, Benelli, Remington, Winchester, and more. Guaranteed lowest prices in town. Only gun importer in the Mid-South. Free gun inspections and appraisals and free bore sighting for the upcoming deer season. Shop online at ClassicArmsOfMemphis.com or visit Classic Arms at 1740 Germantown Parkway behind Corky's Barbecue in Cordova.
I know we say it all the time. Bell Tavern, Memphis's perfect downtown bar, is not a sports bar. It's a bar that happens to have sports on the high-def TVs. You know what a great bar Bell Tavern is. You know how great the signature cocktails are. You know how amazing the food is. And all that is what makes Bell Tavern such a great bar. But what sports we have on those TVs this month? If you love college basketball, the NFL, the Grizzlies, and college football, well, for this month, you can pretend Bell Tavern is a sports bar. A very civilized sports bar.
We all appreciate luxury. We love the newest technology. We want something that sparkles and looks great. Well, I've got it all in one place. It's called Genesis of Olive Branch, right at the corner of Highway 78, that's Lamar, and the first exit in Mississippi, that's Craft Road. Turn left and you will see Genesis of Olive Branch. And right now, you can get the 2024 Genesis GV70 starting at $49,480 with special financing as low as 3.49% on select models. How about the 2024 Genesis GV80? A little bit bigger, starting at $55,995, financing as low as 5.49% with a $2,000 rebate when trading a luxury brand. Call them. They'll even bring you a Genesis at your work or your home for a test drive. They're convinced that when you drive a Genesis, you're going to want one. Call 662-890-6684. Ask for Vinny. Genesis of Olive Branch.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour is brought to you by Scooters Plus on Summer Avenue. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes rabbit. He choke. He's so mad, but he won't give up. Daddies, he know he won't have it. He knows his whole back to these ropes.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio, hanging out with Brian Dacus. Hope everybody has a wonderful Thanksgiving. We got wall-to-wall action today at Ole Miss is playing Temple. We start the broadcast today at 2 o'clock. We got the Packers and Lions at 11 a.m. on Thanksgiving. And, of course, the Egg Bowl, Ole Miss at Mississippi State. 4:30 pregame starts. Ohio State and Michigan we're doing on Saturday. And then we got your full slate, of course, Sunday action for you. And Monday Night Football. Home of football right here on Sports 56, 98.5 FM. But right now we got hoops going down. We got a lot of hoops going down. And right now, North Carolina doesn't wake up. They're going to go down to Northern Iowa. First game of the day in the Battle of Atlantis. Northern Iowa was up 39-32. 1 minute left in the first half. Also, we're going to take some money games, man. You know, later on at 4 o'clock, we got Memphis. They were playing Michigan. And let me just tell you a little something. Michigan, they did beat St. John's. That was an impressive win. Very impressive earlier in the year.
Beat them by 22.
Killed them. But then they came back and lost to Long Beach State. And I've looked at this team, man. You know who their number one scorer is? Doug McDaniel. He averages 21 points a day per game. But he's a little 5'11 dude. This team's got guards out the frame. Caleb Mills would lock him up. You got big boys down low. We got some trees. I love Memphis today, -1.5 against Michigan. People are saying, oh, this is going to refocus Michigan after they lost to Long Beach State, got upset. Oh, the 4 top scorers for the Tigers are transfers. They don't have enough cohesion or chemistry built. Please. Child, please. Did you see that game in Missouri?
I did.
Did you see what that second half showed?
I did.
That team locked them down. They're going to lock up Michigan today. Take the Tigers. Tennessee fans are going to be happy, too, because guess what? I love Tennessee today.
Do you?
Kansas only a 1.5-point favorite. Them boys in Vegas, you know what they trying to do?
Trying to get you.
They trying to get you to lose. You got to remember, Kansas played late last night and lost to Marquette. This is a quick turnaround to play against one of the best defenses in the country. In fact, the number one efficient, adjusted defense in the country is the Tennessee Vols. You know they're going to play D. Marquette locked them up, didn't they?
Sure did.
Kansas went out there to get a little bit of sunshine. They didn't come out there to play little hoops. It's a third-place game. They can't get the belt. They don't come out all. I think Tennessee comes out there, puts that defense on them, clamps them down in a low-scoring game. Tennessee wins this bad boy today. That one is at 1:30. 30 minutes after the show, you better get your Tennessee bet in. And also, don't forget, 4 o'clock, we taking them Tigers. Northern Iowa's up 41-35 over North Carolina. 76 points. Munder's still got a chance.
Nah,
it's just not looking that great.
I think the under's pretty toast right now.
Man, I've seen a lot of teams in the second half come out there and step it up defense, so they go in there and make some adjustments.
That is true.
Low-scoring seconds halves. We've seen them many times.
You're right. I hope we get one.
I hope we do, too. Tiger basketball. We got this, that, and the other. I'm a little fired up, and I'm also fired up to tell you, man, you know, a lot of people out there on Thanksgiving just want to get out there and do a little partying. You know what I'm saying? They hung out with their family. They did the little lunch thing. Well, go to Neil's at 5727 Quince, where the Fat Man rocks. They've got live music tomorrow night on Thanksgiving, 8 till midnight. Plus, you can go over there all day. You want to bring the family and not have to cook? They got turkey, cornbread dressing, giblet gravy, cranberry sauce, green beans, corn jams, English peas, mashed potatoes, dinner rolls, pumpkin pie, all for just $22.95. Bam! So if you don't want to cook Thanksgiving, just go eat it at Neil's and then party like a rock star. Drink you a little Tito's and enjoy some live music. Again, they're open all day long strong, and they have music 8 till midnight on Thanksgiving. Give them a call, 901-682-2300. Neil's, where the Fat Man rocks. They want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. We're going to switch gears up a little bit. We're going to talk some Ole Miss sports with Evie Van Pelt from the Rebel Walk. We got the Egg Bowl. Ole Miss is a big 10-point favorite. It's rivalry week. Can they go down there and really beat the brakes off Mississippi State? I sure hope so. We're going to find out what Evie thinks on the other side. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Let's end this year with a bang with Gossett Mitsubishi's Mitsubishi Motors year-end sales event. You want huge savings? We Gossett. The awards keep coming for the world's first and best-selling plug-in hybrid SUV. 2023 Mitsubishi Outlander PHEV, 420 total range and PGE. We Gossett at $299.96 a month. Plus, 2024 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport, buy for $26,850 or $379 a month. Plus, IIHS top safety pick in seat 7. 2024 Mitsubishi Outlander, $32,185 or $399 a month. All equipped with Mitsubishi's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. You want it, we Gossett. Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike, or 24/7 at MemphisMitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we Gossett at Gossett Motor Cars.
PHEV PZ062 MSRP 44,355, 84 months, 500 military and conquest or loyalty rebate. Outlander RZ 006545, MSRP 33,185. Sport RU 00104, MSRP 27,850. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695 excludes tax, title, and license. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through end of the month with approved credit. Dealer stock only.
5-Ash Roofing, it's what we do. Roofing and siding, gutters too. We're the pros you can trust to get it done right. Call on us. 5-Ash Roofing, the name to know. 5-Ash Roofing, the only way to go. 5-Ash Roofing, it's what we do. 5-Ash Roofing.
Is that not the corniest thing you've ever heard? Can you believe I paid good money for that silly jingle? Well, the experts say make it memorable, and I think I got my money's worth. 5-Ash Roof Services, proud partner of the Memphis Tigers and the official roofer of the Tigers home team. 5-Ash Roofing, 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
5-Ash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
Yo, Mark, long time no see. You still down at Dyer's?
Man, I'm not down at Dyer's. I'm out at Collierville Historic Town Square.
When'd you move out there?
We've been out there for about 13 years. We've got the shops, the park. We got the train the kids like to play on.
You still cooking those burgers the old-fashioned way?
Man, we're still flattening out those hamburger balls on a slab of marble and skillet frying them the old-fashioned way like they've been doing for 100 years.
Dude, you still have those onion rings.
Man, they're fantastic. Hand-breaded, served up just right.
I loved those milkshakes. Please tell me you're still doing those.
Man, we are hand-dipping those shakes, putting them in the old glass in the shake tin, served the old-fashioned way.
You got any new items out there I need to know about?
We're just doing a lot of gourmet sandwiches. We've got farm-raised catfish straight out of the Delta. We've got some hot tamales from Pasquale's Tamales out of Helena, Arkansas.
Man, are they served in the husk?
What those guys like to say, they're so good, you'll suck the shuck.
Go see my buddy Mark at Dyer's Cafe in Collierville's historic town square.
Here at Memphis Barbecue Supply, we have everything you need for your Thanksgiving feast. If you're smoking, deep frying, or putting that turkey in the oven, we got over 20 different turkey injections and brines to keep your meat juicy and moist, with brine bags and buckets, and 308 different rubs and sauces to choose from. If you're in need of fuel, Memphis Barbecue Supply carries 9 different types of wood chip, chunk, mini logs, and logs of wood, and over 4 tons of wood pellets in stock. And don't worry, we also carry thermometers, injectors, and all other sorts of gadgets that you might need to simplify your cook. And for any questions that you might have, our knowledgeable staff is always eager to help. Memphis Barbecue Supply is located at 7041 Stage Road in Memphis, or you can order online at mbbqsupply.com. Follow us on all the social media platforms for recipes, new products, and barbecue news.
It's all net. It's through the goalposts. It's a line drive over the center field fence. It's in the cup for a birdie. Your house has closed. All great things to hear, but you need real athletes to have success, or a realtor with fine-tuned business abilities to get you to the closing table with what you want when you want it. I'm Sheldon Rosengarten with Mark's Bensdorf Realtors, and my clients have told me that I am that type of real estate athlete. My goal is to not only fully protect my clients, but to also have a winning transaction. I adapt to whatever the field conditions are. Rain, sleet, snow, bad inspections, low appraisals. Whatever happens, I'm on it. That's why people often say that when you want the job done, call Shell Done. Find out about my highly successful strategic marketing program with the Shellbucks option, and you will want me to be your point guard, your leadoff hitter, or your quarterback. I'm reachable at 682-1868 or memphisrelocate.com. At Shell Done Rosengarten, 682-1868 or memphisrelocate.com. Do it now.
Wow, I feel good. Shopping at DriveMax. 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 You get value.
Need a car that screams I feel good? DriveMax has it all. From cars to SUVs, find a tightly inspected used car that'll have you dancing all the way home. Call 901-664-2424 or visit DriveMaxApproval.com.
DriveMax. I got approved.
Ole Miss Rebel Yell is back. The Rebel Yell Hotline Radio Show is back on WHBQ Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Every Monday night at 6, hear the latest news on your Ole Miss Rebels with Yancey Porter with 24/7 Sports, former Ole Miss defensive tackle Mike Fitzsimmons, Gordon Ford covering SEC Sports Call, and former Ole Miss baseball announcer Gary Darby. From kickoff to free throw to extra innings, your Ole Miss Sports on the Rebel Yell Hotline Show right here Monday night at 6 on Sports 56, 560 AM and 98.5 FM. Your Mid-South Sports Station.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio, hanging out with Brian Dacus. It's the day before Turkey Day. Nothing like Tito's, turkey, family, friends, loved ones, and a little football. We got a lot of hoops going on today, by the way, as well, man. We got hoops all day long, all day strong. You got Ole Miss playing Temple at 2:30 today. You didn't know? Oh, yeah, you can catch all the action right here pregame starting at 2 o'clock. Also, Memphis and Michigan, 4 o'clock. Battle for Atlantis. Memphis 1.5-point favorite. I love them Tigers. You got the Vols playing Kansas at 1:30. I like the Vols today. I think that defense is going to shut down Kansas. But I got to figure out what I'm going to do with the Egg Bowl, man. Ole Miss, a 10-point favorite over Mississippi State. I know that they got an interim head coach. They fired Zach Arnett. I know the Rebels are good, just not when they're playing Georgia. I don't know. I think this thing could get nasty. The good thing is, though, we're going to talk with Evie Van Pelt from the Rebel Walk, your number one source for all things Ole Miss sports information. First and foremost, what's up, Evie? How are you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Have you been doing any cooking?
Oh, no. You know, I'm that member of the family that no matter how old I get, like my mother still does the cooking, or, you know, like there's somebody else. My sister's a really good cook. So, yeah, nobody relies on me. My entire life it's been, well, you can be the one who plays with the kids. So, I'm good with that.
You know what? That's funny. That's me. I don't do any of the cooking, but they'll drop all the kids off with me and say, go play. Go entertain the children. We're in here doing some work. So I'm down with that. Want to start off with this basketball game. Ole Miss today. Everybody's, sitting at home, drinking on their Tito's, getting ready to eat turkey tomorrow, watching a little hoops. Ole Miss and Temple go off. Ole Miss 3.5-point favorite over Temple. Temple and the American. I don't really know much about them. But I haven't seen much from Ole Miss this year, at least a lot of their action. They still got guys who aren't on the bench. What can you expect today from the Rebels?
Well, that's a good question. I don't know that anybody really knows yet. One thing I can tell you that I'm pretty sure we'll see, and that's going to be Alan Flanagan, transfer from Auburn. He's been clutch so far. Field goal and from the free throw line. I think he's leading the team almost 19 points a game, leads the team 7 rebounds a game. So look for Flanagan to make his presence known. It's hard to know. I mean, this Ole Miss team is averaging 71 points per game. They're giving up an average of 64.8. No, I don't know. I'm not even sure that Chris Beard knows yet exactly what he has. I will tell you, I think big Jamarian Sharp is probably the X factor in the game. So I'm really excited about watching him play.
So we're going to be learning a lot about the Rebs today as they play Temple again at 2:30. Wanted to know though, how did everything go with the little throwback game with Tad Pad?
Oh, it went great. It was wonderful. I mean, it was far more of a nail biter, I think, than anybody wanted against Sam Houston. But it was just, the atmosphere was great. Folks were just so excited to be there. They honored former coach Rob Evans and his wife, and the team, got to meet them and hang out with them. But it was a 70-67 game. I mean, it was, it was a little bit closer, but really fun time, packed house. Everybody enjoyed it.
Now, while we're talking a little bit of hoops, kind of also curious, how's everything going with Coach Yo?
Oh, everything's going great with Coach Yo. Her team just finished winning the Battle for Atlantis in Paradise Island in her home country of the Bahamas. So that was wonderful. Madison Scott won tournament MVP honors, and it was interesting. So they started out, they beat Howard the first game, then, which you would expect. Then they played Arizona. Now, Arizona, the game before, this was in the semifinals, Arizona, the game before, had beaten Memphis 90-67. And, you score 90 points. I mean, you got some offense going on there. Anyway, Ole Miss came in and held Arizona to 47 points in the game and won 56-47. So that was huge. And then ended up winning it all. They beat Michigan, and it really that was another one that just never really seemed in doubt. I think they ended up winning by 11, but they were up by a good bit. They are long and strong, and Coach Yo said after the game, I mean, she's really excited. She thinks this team, she told her team, I think we're going to have a lot of fun this year. So I think that that's going to be the case. They had their point guard, KK Deans, went down with at first we were kind of worried it might have been a bigger injury. I haven't heard since then, but I don't think it was. But little Serbian point guard stepped in, true freshman point guard from Belgrade, who just did a phenomenal job. And Coach Yo said she's been playing against WNBA players since she was 12.
Dang.
And they didn't miss a beat with her. So they're going to be very fun to watch.
Well, they won the Battle for Atlantis, and they also beat Michigan during the Battle for Atlantis. Hopefully Memphis can beat Michigan today and also go and win that bad boy, and then everybody in this area will be happy and celebrating over the holidays.
Yes, a happy holidays for all. Let's hope so.
Now, Lane Kiffin, I know y'all met with him on Monday. What's he thinking about this year's Egg Bowl? Of course, you got, Greg Knox, interim head coach. Is Rogers going to play? Like, it's been a crazy good year. Ole Miss Rebels could get to, 10 wins.
They could get to 10 wins, yes, in the regular season, and then which would be the second time in 3 years, and then could get to, which it had not been done before that, and then they could also get to 11 wins if they win a bowl game, and that's never been done in the history of the school. So a lot on the line.
I know last week ULM's not very exciting, and a lot of people in the Grove, though, all they could talk about was where are they going to go for a bowl game? Is everybody where are they going? They were, man, everybody wanted Missouri to lose so bad.
Oh,
and against Florida, and boy, that game came so close. I was with a bunch of Ole Miss fans that night. They were like, "Come on, Florida, knock them off so we can go to the Cotton Bowl."
Oh, me too. And when that kicker hit the last second field goal, it's like, darn it. So, but that's okay. Maybe Sam Pittman is newly reinvigorated with his additional year. He's going to get there, and maybe Arkansas can take care of business. I mean, you never know. You never know. So,
how surprising were you that Sam's got secured?
I was actually a little bit surprised at that. I would have thought he might have been one of the earlier ones to go, but good for him. He's a super guy, and we'll see what happens there. I think, Ole Miss fans are, really just, like you say, we're duking it out with Missouri. We need Missouri to have a loss. I think everything that I hear, if Ole Miss, if things don't go
citrus
that way, it's citrus. I'm hearing that from everyone. So
see, I got no problem with going to Florida.
No, I was thinking Florida in New Year's. That might not be a bad place to ring in the new year, huh?
Especially get that 11th win, have a little fun down there. I'm all up. I'm over it, but they got to get a big win this week.
Yes.
Everybody for the Rebels. I mean, it feels like, I saw an article that, Wade, he's really excited about this. Seems like the team's really focused on getting a big win in the Egg Bowl because they know it gets a little bit crazy Halloween night when the Egg Bowl happens.
It's really interesting because I have felt like, and I've talked about this with some other friends of mine in the media, Lane has seemed very, very quiet this week. I think he's got his game face on. I feel like all week he's been that way. It's been very, very, very business-like. There's hadn't been any laughing, joking, smiling going on. I think he's very serious about it. The players seem to be, Kiffin said, I hope they have a bad taste in their mouth from what happened last year, and I hope we can bring that trophy back to Oxford, but just very focused. And in fact, because the ULM game was a morning game Saturday at home, they literally finished up that game, went, showered, and then started work on Mississippi State that day. So they got a jump start for this short week. And Kiffin has talked about how it just sets up so much better this year because they were at home in a non-conference morning game the week, the Saturday before the Egg Bowl, whereas last year they were on the road in a conference game at night, putting them back really late. So I think things are just logistically set up better for them. But I tell you what, Lane has been all business this week.
Well, that's a good thing because we've seen some of the, again, it's not Halloween, but we've seen some scary stuff. I mean, never forget when we see dogs, somebody acting like a dog peeing in the end zone, 15-yard penalty, missed extra point.
Just there have been, this rivalry, and that's the thing. I think everyone just knows that rivalry games, like they say, it all goes out the window, and it's some of the players. Like when we talked to Dayton Wade, he was saying what he would tell players about the Egg Bowl who don't know about it because last year was his first Egg Bowl, and he said, "Man, don't even joke about it. It's no joke. This is serious." And, same thing with Cedric Johnson. It was really funny. He said what he has learned is you just never know what to expect. He said, fans fighting, teams fighting, and then he said extra celebrations that we don't ever plan on doing again. So I think that was maybe perhaps Elijah Moore's celebration. So,
that's at least something you'll never forget,
Yes. And it's funny, he talked about how the coaches have been preparing them this week, and he said they're just trying to keep emotion out of it. He said we'll have the emotion, but they're trying to keep the preparation the same because it's just another game, but it's the next big game. And he said they can get us prepared, and we'll bring the emotion. So I really like hearing that from our Chucky Mullins Courage Award winner, and just super excited. I will tell you one funny thing. Yesterday, Lane said, he was doing his weekly radio show and brought up the cowbells. Somebody said they'd been hearing cowbells there out at the practice field, and he said, we have had them on loud, nonstop, trying to prepare these kids for what it's going to be like. And, he said, I don't understand the whole noisemaker rule, artificial noisemaker, why it's not allowed. Why are they allowed to do it? And somebody explained to him Mississippi State's ring responsibly charge there, where they're only, they're not supposed to do it when you're up at the line of scrimmage. And Lane said, well, that's just dumb. Nobody's going to follow that. And so it was just a really honest reaction. And I think it's one that probably a lot of Ole Miss Rebels share with him.
All right. Now I need to know, what are you hearing about Will Rogers?
Well, I tell you what, he played last week against Southern Miss. I think he seems to be healthy for the first time in a while.
It still looks like it's giving him a little bit of an issue.
Yeah, I think maybe he had like 144 yards. I mean, I don't know how much is the
new
system and
system
trying, and interim coach, but I don't think we're going to see him take off and run with it. So I think here's knock on wood, the Ole Miss defensive front seven has not been injured all year. So knock on wood. They've got a great rotation. I think if there's ever a game, perhaps they could dominate and make their presence known. I think that would be it. Now, I think State has a potentially, good run game. I mean, anything can happen. And, as they say, Ole Miss may be the best team on paper, but we don't play on paper. So there you go.
Now, is there a talk of revenge at all, by the way, by Rebels fans and the Rebels?
I think when you get to this game, I tell you what, I think there always has to be. Whoever didn't win the last one, I think it is. I have seen more former Ole Miss players on Twitter commenting, everybody wants this game, both sides of it. And, then you add in, it was interesting. Last night, Coach Kiffin was asked about Mike Leach and what it's going to be like, because this is the first time, he's facing State without Mike Leach there, because they both came in the off season, before that season 3 years ago. And so he just said he misses his friend, and he said, I think he was brilliant. He said, I think the fact that he did his system for so long and was successful with it. He said, you don't see anybody running the same thing for 20 or 30 years. He said, Nick Saban didn't do that. You don't see that. He said, but Mike Leach was just so brilliant and was able to do that. And I know he's going to miss Leach being on the other side of that game Thursday.
Yeah, I know that's going to be a big part of the game. Big part also, again, like you said, getting the revenge from last year's 24-22 loss, which was, Mike Leach's last game, which is also crazy because he passed on, December 12th, not far after that. But Will Rogers being there and throwing for 144 yards and a couple touchdowns last week is one thing. Now, Pete Golding, though, in that defensive front, I take it he's going to try to hit him a lot.
I think so. I mean, I would expect them to pin their ears back and come after him. And, I think Cedric Johnson is I think against ULM before that game, he had a certain number of sacks he wanted to get. He's trying to reach a certain total. And I don't know. This might be a game where he gets that. I just think, again, I think Cedric is tied for first on the team with 5.5 total sacks. He and Jared Ivey, I think. But anyway, so I don't think, again, Will Rogers was going to hurt you with your legs, but we're going to see offensively what their system is going to be like Thursday. And the Rebels secondary, this might be a game that they're gonna rear their head and do some damage there. So,
how's the health of the offensive line right now? Because Ole Miss, I mean, Jackson Dart's been doing his thing. He's been tearing it up this year. In fact, he's one of the finalists for what's the award? Davy O'Brien.
Yeah. There's Davy O'Brien. I think some of them have already narrowed it down. Maxwell Award, but yeah, I mean, he's having a great season, no doubt. And here's one thing that, to your point about the offensive line, we've lost both tackles. So Jaden Williams had come in when Micah Pettis was hurt and gone and played left tackle. Micah was at right tackle. Micah had surgery Friday. I spoke with him, texted with him after that, and his surgery went well. Jaden Williams, I don't know that we'll get him back. It would be great if we could. I think they've moved Jeremy James from right guard to right tackle. So they're kind of, I think, from what we've heard from practice, we haven't gotten to see practice in a while, but they maybe are kind of figuring out how to shore that up because they had a few issues there to begin with, I feel like, against ULM, but I think they've gotten those worked out. And what I was going to say is the back to Jackson Dart. I mean, my goodness, he has at this point 3 receivers over 700 yards. Ole Miss is the only school in the country to have 3 receivers with over 700 yards, and I want to say Trey Harris has over 800. And then Jordan Watkins and Dayton Wade. So what an accomplishment that is to be the only school right now that has that.
Also, another accomplishment is the fact that they have a league low 7 turnovers, 5 on the interceptions, and 2 fumbles lost. That's 4th in all of FBS.
That's outstanding. I knew their turnover ratio was good. I didn't realize they were ranked so high, but that's been a really key point. And, you think about these games that they have been behind in the fourth quarter that they've come back and won.
Tulane pops to mind.
Yeah, Tulane and LSU. And, yeah, I mean, it just really and truly, Arkansas, I think A&M, all of those.
That A&M game was great, yeah.
Oh, man. And, you have 1 turnover in any of those games, and it could be the difference in the game. And, I mean, I think it was for A&M. Ole Miss intercepted A&M in the end zone. So, every little bit matters. And so far, that's something they've really done a good job with. And I think that that's something Dart has done a really good job with, cutting down the interceptions from the year before. So that's been very helpful.
That's one of the reasons he's up there for a semifinalist to the Davy O'Brien Award, because he has not been turning it over. Again, you said, was it 4 receivers with over 700 yards?
Three with over 700, and one of them, I believe, has over 800. So those 3 have accounted, I think, for 80% of his passing yards and 15 of his 19 touchdowns. And, let's don't discount the role. Also, we've talked about him a bunch, Caden Prieskorn. And, Lane Kiffin, that's the first thing he mentions when Caden Prieskorn is brought up. He says he has made a difference in our run game. His blocking is that good. He is a Sunday, every down type of tight end, NFL tight end will be. And so he's made a difference there. And then, he's caught some clutch 3rd down passes also from Dart to convert to a first down. So he's really, I think, starting to show what he can do. And I know there's, Ole Miss fans are very, they're really hoping that he'll come back for that additional year next year. We don't know yet, but that would be great.
Well, Evie, I got to know. I know you're going to have to get back and go take care of a bunch of kids because you're not cooking. I just want to know what you got coming down the pipe for the Rebel Walk.
Well, we've got somebody on location in Philadelphia today covering the Temple game for us. So we're going to have that. We've got a great section, takeaways from the game that we'll have afterwards. We've got a bunch of Egg Bowl stuff coming down the pike. We'll have some previews today, keys to the game, and then, of course, we'll have all wall-to-wall coverage tomorrow of what hopefully will be a big win for the Rebels and regular season win number 10.
Enjoy the food, the families, the turkey, the Tito's, and the egg bowl, dear. Thank you so much for your time. Be blessed.
You too. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving and hotty toddy.
That is Evie Van Pelt. Follow her on at Twitter, of course, or X at Ole Miss Evie. And also go check out her work at therebelwalk.com. You can also follow The Rebel Walk on the X. It's at The Rebel Walk. That's simple, man. That's simple. Now, something else that's simple. You know, eat a bunch of turkey. By the way, you're like eating a bunch of turkey tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Why don't today you stop in and get a little bit of Italian food? And if you want a little taste of Italy, you need to go to East Memphis, Little Italy's newest location at 6300 Poplar, hidden in back at the corner of Poplar and Massey. East Memphis, Little Italy brings Italy to you. And if you purchase an 18-inch pizza, you can get a bottle of Chianti for only 56 cents. It's a deal. You got to mention to it. If you're not looking for a little pizza, how about a little lobster ravioli or some Alfredo, rigatoni vodka? My man Riccardo and Giovanni, straight up from Italy. Straight up from Italy. They're over here. They're bringing the best ingredients, cooking the best Italian dishes. Check it out. And also the calzone is straight up fire. I had one last week. I need to go get another one today. You get your choice of meats and veggies, perfectly melted cheese. It is just straight up awesome. East Memphis, Little Italy, 6300 Poplar, hidden in the back at the corner of Poplar and Massey. Call in order to go. 901-729-7432. 901-729-7432. East Memphis, Little Italy. Hardwood on the other side. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Hi, this is Lauren Choate with Choate's Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing. Fall is in the air, and so are Choate's Early Bird Specials. Right now, receive $1,000 off the purchase of a new Carrier gas furnace. Carrier furnaces come with some of the best warranties in the industry, and Choate's has been professionally installing them for over 60 years. As a Carrier factory authorized dealer, Choate's also offers competitive financing solutions for you and your family. If your heating system is in good shape, make sure you take advantage of Choate's Early Bird Tune-Up Special for $60. This tune-up is an in-depth 20-point inspection to make sure your furnace is ready for the winter season ahead. So call 347-8086 to schedule your early bird special today. And turn to the experts with Choate's and let our family serve your family.
Hi, this is Greg Gaston. Time to give thanks because FanDuel is giving all customers a no-sweat same-game parlay for Thanksgiving. Just place a 3-leg same-game parlay on any of the Thanksgiving Day NFL games, and you'll get bonus bets back if you don't win. NFL same-game parlays are the perfect way to combine your bets for a chance at a bigger payday. Build your own or choose from one of the popular SGPs pre-built for you in FanDuel's top-rated sportsbook app. Visit FanDuel.com/Gasman so you don't miss out on your chance to get a no-sweat same-game parlay on America's #1 sportsbook. FanDuel, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Must be 21 or over and present in Tennessee. Minimum 3-leg parlay required. Refund issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets which expire 7 days after receipt. Max refund $5 unless otherwise specified. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call TN Redline at 1-800-889-9789.
Here's Gould's holiday special in-store and online. Come to any Gould's over the Black Friday weekend or purchase online on Cyber Monday and Tuesday and receive $20 off when you purchase $120 in gift cards. It's the perfect gift for everyone. This holiday season, give someone you love a Gould's gift card. The Gould's gift card doesn't just send wishes, it grants them. Happy holidays from Gould's. Gould Salon Spa, locally owned and operated since 1932.
Year-end means huge savings at Gossett Kia on the Pike with the season of giving back. How about 41 MPG for those holiday road trips? 2023 Kia Forte LXS, $229 a month, $27.99 due at signing. Family road trip, 2024 Kia Sportage LX with class-leading cargo room and rear seat legroom, $299 a month, month, $34.99 due at signing. And get where you're going for less in a 2023 Kia EV6 Wind, 134 City, 101 Highway MPGE. $379 a month, $49.99 due at signing, all 36-month lease. Plus a free charger with your EV purchase and Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Ask for Bobby J. He's ready to put you in a new Kia today. Gossett Kia, 1900 Covington Pike, or online, KiaCovingtonPike.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 36-month lease, $650 acquisition fee. Must finance through Hyundai. Forte LXS PE 694,095 MSRP 21,610. Sportage R722 7239 MSRP 28,715. EVP 560 3393 MSRP 50,200. Includes all rebates and incentives. Excludes tax title and license. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 11/30/2023 with approved credit. Dealer stock only.
Memphis's oldest restaurant, Colette's, was established in 1923 to give Memphians the best Italian food possible. And I'd say they got it right. They are the creators of the barbecue pizza. It was Elvis's favorite, and I know for a fact that a large will feed one person all weekend. If you need to feed several, though, Colette's caters any event. Choose from homemade lasagna, ravioli, Alfredo, primavera, and so many other delicious items you can't help but enjoy. Impress employees or clients and treat them to Colette's for lunch or dinner. Plan ahead and get your holiday party booked at Colette's. Elvis's favorite place to go eat with his buddies at the South Parkway location, and Colette's even has an Elvis room dedicated to him. Call Colette's on South Parkway at 948-7652 or Appling Road at 383-1122. Colette's. It was Elvis's favorite, and it should be yours too.
Memphis music legends, the Bar-Kays, will be at this year's AutoZone Liberty Bowl, and you'll want to be there too. The Bar-Kays will be performing the music that made Memphis at the President's Gala on December 28th at the Peabody, and at halftime of the 65th AutoZone Liberty Bowl game on December 29th.
Everybody say, so big up.
Get your tickets today by calling the AutoZone Liberty Bowl at 795-7700. The Tennessee Highway Safety Office reminds you that fans don't let fans drive drunk.
But you gotta be willing to take the hit and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio, hanging out with Brian Dacus. Big thanks to Evie Van Pelt from the Robo-Walk on the other side. We talked about the Egg Bowl. Thanks to Dustin Starr. We talked about some wrestling. And also just thanks for all the fact that this is the best damn time of the year to watch sports, because we got wall-to-wall action right now. North Carolina playing Northern Iowa. Get this. Remember Northern Iowa was up at half, right?
That's right.
And remember my total wasn't looking good.
That's right.
Not at all.
That's right.
Well, I feel like I got a chance because Northern Iowa, I don't think they've scored in this. Oh, wait, they just damn it, hit a three.
Ooh.
Right when I was about to say it.
4-3.
Damn it. Well, they've only scored 3 points in the second half. 6.5 minutes already down. It's 56-45. They got 101 points in the game.
North Carolina.
I got 13 minutes. All right, that's it. Don't be looking at that game anymore. When we look at it, people start hitting threes. I'm trying to get under 150. But we do have some great action today because you have the Tennessee Vols are playing Kansas. Vols had a really good game. Purdue found their three-point stroke late in that bad boy and pulled away, and they beat them. And Marquette clamped down with that amazing defense and just they beat up Kansas. They really did beat up Kansas. They beat up Hunter Dickinson. They beat up on Kansas. I feel like Tennessee's defense is going to do the same thing. And I think the boys in Vegas think it, because right now you can get the Vols plus 1.5. Kansas preseason ranked number 1. I'm telling you. Yes, Tennessee's great. Don't get me wrong. Tennessee's great. But, man, the fact that Kansas is only 1.5 point favorite makes me also like Tennessee. And then Tennessee's defense. Kansas played late. They ended up losing a tough one to Marquette. They couldn't get going. They went on this trip to get some rays. They didn't come to play hoops. Tennessee, I think, is going to be the winner of the third-place game. And I just love the Tigers today. I love this team. I think at 4 o'clock, Battle for Atlantis, You better have your money on the Memphis Tigers, who are also a 1.5-point favorite over Michigan, who has a big win over St. John's, but they lost to Long Beach State. But their leading scorer is 5'11". I'm just telling you, as long and athletic as this Tigers team, I think their defense is going to be a big, big problem for them. Tigers also pace of play is top 10. They're top 30 in efficiency, in defensive finishing, top 35 in defensive efficiency. I just like what this Tigers team's doing. I'm taking them as well. But it's time to take a little break and get into some funny stories. We're getting ready for the holidays. I'm going to tell you where you can get some turkey if something happens. You ever seen A Christmas Story?
I have not.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Like you don't know what you'll shoot your eye out. You don't even know.
I know the reference. I've just never seen the movie.
Like you seen the kid who like he hits double dog dare and puts his tongue on the frozen pole.
Yeah. No, I know all the references. I just haven't seen the movie.
Man, that's
terrible.
terrible.
I'm not a huge movie guy.
Well, somehow they screw up the turkey. The woman cooks it so dry that when they open it and cut it, it just pops open, and they have to go out and eat. I think they went and ate Chinese food or ate duck. Yeah, it was a little Chinese restaurant, and they had to cut the head off because they didn't want the head to be there. They're like, "Oh my God, the head's on the duck." But anyway, point is, if your old lady burns the turkey, I got something that can help you. Call Neil's 901-682-2300. You can buy a whole cooked turkey smoked at Neil's, $65. They also got dressing. They got vegetables. Go over there. Check them out, 5727 Quince, or give them a call, 901-682-2300. Neil's, where the fat man rocks. And don't forget, they got music, live music till midnight. Tomorrow night from 8 to midnight. Neil's, where the fat man rocks. Let's go to Hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
Let me just tell you something. You know the hardest thing to do in radio? Talk when you can't breathe out either one of your noses.
Are you a little stopped up today, John?
I am so stuffed, and you got to mouth breathe because you can't breathe.
But you also got to talk.
And then I also got to talk.
Huh.
It's just hard, man. And it's also hard out there to be Scott Mitchell. Do you even know who that is?
No.
You are young. How old are you right now?
23.
23, okay. Well, you probably haven't seen it because you don't care, but Bye Bye Barry just hit Prime Video this week. It's a new documentary about Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders.
Why wouldn't I want to watch a documentary about Barry Sanders?
No, I'm just saying it's not something that like you had to go see because you remember watching the greatest running back in the world. I mean, when he was at Oklahoma State tearing things up like it was out of control, goes to the Lions. The only reason to watch the Lions was Barry Sanders. My man, quits just short of Walter Payton's record when he's at the prime of his life, man, and just says, I'm good, man, deuces. Well, Bye Bye Barry's out, and a lot of people love the documentary, except for one person, and that would be Scott Mitchell. In fact, he went on social media, the Facebook, to just kind of let everybody know. He said how I'm so sick and tired of hearing how I was the reason Barry Sanders never won a Super Bowl. I'm so tired of hearing how I was not a good quarterback. My only response is F you all. That includes Eminem and Jeff Daniels. Because they're supposedly super Detroit Lions fans because they're in the video basically dogging out Scott Mitchell. I thought it was kind of funny. And I get it, man. Scott Mitchell then went on to talk about a little bit of support from the coaching might have gone a long way. Wayne never had my back, talking about Wayne Fonts. You don't know who that is either. But anyway, bottom line, Barry Sanders was everything in Detroit. Scott Mitchell, I'm sure your rant's falling on a lot of deaf ears. But the fact that you told everybody to go F off and then labeled especially Eminem and Jeff Daniels, to me it goes down as a great rant, especially right before the holidays. Hey, man, you want some turkey tomorrow? F you.
I like it.
But I'll tell you, if these games get out of hand, go over to Prime, check out a little Bye Bye Barry. Barry Sanders, nasty running back. Man, he'd make professional defensive backs and linebackers, defensive ends look stupid. He was a bad man. But, he doesn't like that very much. Now, did you hear about Victor Wembanyama?
Oh, what about him?
His jersey, the one he debuted in, do you know how much his jersey sold for?
No.
I mean, it started off and was projected to fetch $100,000, which is a lot of money. But his jersey fetched $762,000.
Wow.
Wimby. Right now, a lot of people believe. Like, I came in here, remember that after, was it the Knicks game? No, I can't remember what game it was.
No, he didn't have a good game.
He had a bad debut at Madison Square Garden.
Before that, he had a good game against the Raptors, I think. There might have been a game before that. He was really good against the Suns. A lot of people were talking about what he did against the Suns.
Well, the point is, I can't remember. I can't remember when it was. But he was awesome for a game. He's been really good. But it's not like this Spurs team is just tearing things up, are they? I mean, have you been seeing something that I haven't? Because I thought they had a worse record than the Grizzlies. So, dude.
I like watching the Spurs play, though.
They're 3-11. They've lost 9 in a row.
Yeah. He had 38 against Phoenix, against the Suns.
Okay, so he had a game where he went banana sandwiches.
38 and 10, yep.
Through 14 games, here's his averages. He's averaging 18.6 points per game. It's damn good. He's also getting 9 rebounds a game, which is damn good. 2 assists, a steal, and 2.5 blocks. Look, I think that's great, but $762,000? I mean, they only estimated it would get $100,000. Like, how did that thing shoot the moon? Is it because he's international?
Nah, it's because of all the hype before the season. Or before 3 seasons ago. When everyone's been talking about Victor for 3 years now, and so it's just the hype. And the he can be better than LeBron James.
Fascinating. Well, my girl Paige Springnack.
Oh yeah.
She's one of my favorite people in the world. She's the only reason I even talk about golf.
It's the only reason you know about golf, John.
Well, she did it's true. By the way, I've also learned more about golf from Paige Springnack than anybody else in the world. So how about how you like them apples? I like her apples. Apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. Paige Springnack, though, came at like a few people. And she went on to say, like she said, she played on she tried to play on the LPGA tour. Right. She played in a couple LPGA events, never made the tour, played on some of the, the qualifying tours or whatever you call them. She was in the Scottish Open. She played D1 college, full ride D1 college golf. I forgot the game for a minute. But yeah, like never could make it on the tour, the LPGA. And she came out and told people, like, you have no idea how much goes into playing pro golf on the LPGA. It's mental, it's physical, and if you're not one of the top 20 professional women's golfers, it's a financial grind. Like, you got to get from city to city on your own dime. You got to pay for your place. If you don't, you got to, it's just very physically, mentally, financially stressful. It's a stressful, jobs are stressful. Being an LPGA professional player is a stressful job. And some of the girls out there on the LPGA do not like her. She came out there and just said that she just wants all of them to know that she has nothing but respect. She thinks it's really cool. She thinks everybody out there who's, an LPGA professional, the work that they put in, she respects, how hard it is to do, their craft. But she also came out there and said that she's trying, because a couple professional golfers, by the way, if you didn't know, hate how she presents herself. Because she presents herself as a big-breasted bimbo. Kind of. That's what she said.
That's what they said.
That's what an LPGA professional said. She didn't list the lady's name but she said that I've been, told that I'm a big-boobed bimbo and that I'm an embarrassment to golf. Well, she came back with a very profound statement. She said, I'm empowered, and I'm empowering women. I'm empowering other women, so I'm hopeful we can just get the bleep over it one day and realize that you bring a lot to the game of golf, And I'm also bringing awareness to the game in my own special, unique way. And let me tell you something. I did not watch women's golf. But I know about women's golf because of Paige Springnack. So she is bringing in different eyeballs.
Where did she play golf at in college again?
I mean, I didn't look that close. I was kind of watching her body as she was talking about it.
Oh.
My focus was somewhere else. Damn, now I feel bad because I can't remember.
No. I'm going to find it. She was at both Arizona and San Diego State.
See?
She was all Mountain West Conference during the 2012 season. So it seems like San Diego State was when she really shined.
Well, she shines now every day on Instagram and TikTok and the X.
I just don't know if I don't know if college golf gives full ride scholarships. That's why I was curious.
Well, that's in her quote because I was reading that.
So
quote.
I think she's lying.
Well, she doesn't lie.
Oh, right, because she's perfect.
She is. She's my hall pass.
I see. You've said that a couple times.
She is. I'm telling you, one day I'm gonna run into her. You watch. I'm cashing in my hall pass.
Shoot your shot.
I'm going to shoot my shot and score. I'm going to tell you that much. But anyway, I also want to tell you something that's very important because, again, you got your family, you got your friends coming by, you got some great turkey. I hope you have the best. You better have some Tito's. I know that everywhere I go, there's going to be Tito's because they know to have the best. They got the best turkey. They get the best pumpkin pie, the best dressing. You got to have the best spirit. The best spirit around is Tito's Handmade Vodka, which is crafted here in the United States. It's good old US of A vodka. Goes great with turkey and dressing. Did you know that? Nothing like a good old glass of little Tito's neat with your turkey, a little dressing, a little pumpkin pie. Get your Tito's on. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your friends. And have a wonderful Thanksgiving. We're taking a quick time out. Closing things out on the other side with our last bet. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Start your day with Sports 56 Mornings with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10, right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
We all appreciate luxury. We love the newest technology. We want something that sparkles and looks great. Well, I've got it all in one place. It's called Genesis of Olive Branch, right at the corner of Highway 78. That's Lamar. And the first exit in Mississippi, that's Craft Road. Turn left and you will see Genesis of Olive Branch. And right now, you can get the 2024 Genesis GV70 starting at $49,480 with special financing as low as 3.49% on select models. How about the 2024 Genesis GV80? A little bit bigger, starting at $55,995, financing as low as 5.49% with a $2,000 rebate when trading a luxury brand. Call them. They'll even bring you a Genesis at your work or your home for a test drive. They're convinced that when you drive a Genesis, you're going to want one. Call 662-890-6684. Ask for Vinny. Genesis of Olive Branch.
Uncorked flavor, Corky's barbecue. We're cooking it up, down home way. Hickory smoke flavor like the good old days. A whole lot of good eating is waiting for you. Our Memphis barbecue tradition, you'll love what we do. Uncorked flavor, Corky's barbecue.
Hi, Jimmy Stovall here with Corky's Barbecue. I am honored that so many Memphians trust Corky's to serve our hickory smoked turkeys and spiral sliced honey glazed hams to their families for Thanksgiving and Christmas. This year, let us make it even easier with our holiday feast. Ham or turkey and gravy, and your choice of two of our southern sides. Cornbread dressing, sweet potato casserole, mac and cheese, or baked potato casserole. Reserve yours today at Corky'sBBQ.com before we sell out.
Uncorked flavor, Corky's barbecue.
It's the Black Friday sales event on now at Gossett Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat on the Pike. At Gossett's got no payments for 90 days. So keep your holiday money in your pocket and get to Gossett today. 2023 Jeep Renegade $5,000 off or buy it for $25,040. 2023 Grand Wagoneer Series 111 $10,000 off. And 2023 Jeep Gladiator we Gossett at $12,000 off MSRP. It's your time to buy during the Black Friday sales event at Gossett Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat on the Pike. So drive past the rest and come to the best at Gossett on the Pike or shop online at GossettMotorCars.net.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
Renegade Triple P 57091, MSRP 30,040. Wagoneer PS 508 331, MSRP 112,285. Gladiator PL 509 834, MSRP 68,815. Financing and deferred monthly to well-qualified buyers through Chrysler Capital or Stellantis Financial Services. Take retail delivery by 11/30/23. Includes all rebates and incentives. 695 PF. Excludes tax, title, and license. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through end of the month with approved credit. Dealer stock only.
How long has it been since you heard the term being overstocked? Well, it's happened at Family Leisure. Yep. That means you get the savings, like select patio sets that are up to 50% off. If you need a play gym, you're in luck because they're also overstocked and start at under $2,000. Pool tables and game room items up to $700 off of in-stock items. Saunas, massage chairs, arcades, even theater seating. Special financing is available with free delivery. Family Leisure is extending sale pricing on all in-stock hot tubs and swim spas. And if you need supplies to close up your pool for the winter, Family Leisure has them up to 30% off. It's been a while since you've heard of an overstock sale, but Family Leisure is right in the middle of one. Huge deals and a huge overstocked inventory. That means great savings for you. It's happening now at Family Leisure, Whitten Road at I-40, where family and fun come together.
Is your wife asking you to stop eating junk food? Well, we have you covered at Humdinger's. It's quick and it's healthy, and most important, it tastes amazing. With many choices from salmon salad to rainbow trout and grilled asparagus. Come visit us for lunch at Humdinger's, 6300 Poplar Avenue. So good, Coach Penny eats with us weekly. Don't forget, Humdinger's offers full-service catering for weddings, social events, or your corporate lunches. You can call 901-260-8292 to find out more.
I feel good shopping at DriveMax. DriveMax, DriveMax, you get value.
Need a car that screams I feel good? DriveMax has it all. From cars to SUVs, find a tightly inspected used car that'll have you dancing all the way home. Call 901-664-2424 or visit DriveMaxApproval.com.
DriveMax, I got approved.
I have this one little saying, when things get too heavy, just call me helium.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Last show before Turkey Day. I'm excited. I'm ready to get my Tito's on, ready to get my turkey going, and I'm ready to rock and fire. And I'm going to start rocking and firing in 37 minutes. I got the Vols. They're playing a very good Kansas team, but the Vols defense is nasty. Kansas struggled against a good Marquette defense. They played late last night. It's a quick turnaround. I think they went out there to get their son on. I think the Vols beat Kansas today at 1:30. I love the Tigers against Michigan. The 5'11" guard, please, leading scorer on the team. Tigers are going to be long, athletic, shoot the ball, get up and down, play with great pace. I love them. And then I also have another game. We got the Tennessee Vols, and now it's a little Tiger two-step. And it has a little bit to do with tryptophan, turkey, and the fact that the Tigers' defense is terrible. The total for Memphis and Temple, which they play Friday at 11 o'clock. It's an early game, you know what I'm saying? Especially, you know that on Thanksgiving you're eating tons of turkey and some pumpkin pie. I feel like the defense is going to be sleepy, and that defense feels like they've been sleepy all season long. The Memphis D's been so bad they've coughed up 38 or more points in 4 straight games. 31 or more points in 7 of their past 8 games. So guess what? Temple's going to score, not because they're a great offensive team. Now, they have scored 23 points or more in the past straight 3 games. I think that they go out there and they get up, they put up at least 21 points, at least. Probably 28, maybe 30. Look what Charlotte did. Look at these teams that Memphis' defense have played against and how they look like they get right against the Memphis. But Memphis' offense is ridiculous. 34 points or more in 5 consecutive games. They've cashed the over in 5 straight games, 8 of the 9 this year. I'm going over 65. Neither defense tackles. Both teams get up and down. It's like a 7-on-7 drill. Go over 65. I think it's a lock, baby. I think it's a lock. I hope everybody has a happy Thanksgiving. And again, don't forget, you like to get out and get away from the family after you've been hanging out with them all afternoon tomorrow. Go hear some live music at Neil's, 5727 Quince. Neil's, where the fat man rocks. Also, you can get your turkey on. They got Thanksgiving dinner, turkey, cornbread dressing, all the sides and fixings, $22.95. Live music, 8 to midnight. For Bryant Dacus, I'm John Harden. Y'all have a happy Thanksgiving. Get out there, make the world a better place. We'll see you on the flip side. Peace.
Simple, smooth, and every sip as easy as the last. Tito's handmade vodka tastes just as good with tap water as it does with your favorite mixer. Back in the day, Tito distilled, hand-bottled, taste-tested, sent to a few friends, then taste-tested again to give you the finest juice around. No frills, no flavors, no fancy labels, just the good stuff. Just Tito's. For recipes, videos, and more, visit Tito'sVodka.com. Distilled and bottled in all